A new chapter, straight lines. Straight lines is a chapter from which continuously questions have been asked in UPSC and DA. And I find it very easy, and you are going to find the same. So let's begin. Straight lines. First of all, let's discuss that as we are discussing lines, straight line. So it is just a line which is like a line segment. A line do not have any endpoints, but a line segment has two endpoints. So for understanding, first let's understand the line segment. There are only 2 points on a 2D plane, and like there's a point here. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. So we were discussing about line segment. Give me a minute. A line segment, um, a ray joining 2 points when you draw a straight line. It's called a straight line segment. Okay. And line is just a line which has no endpoints. There's the difference between a line segment and a line. We are going to discuss straight lines. So straight lines will exist on a plane, of course. So first, let's draw these straight lines on a graph. So as we know, call this axis as positive x, positive, sorry, minus x, positive y, negative y, this way. So let's draw a straight line, any random straight line. Okay. And so the straight line will be in crossing or intersecting the x-axis at some point, except that it is parallel to the x-axis. This is the only case when the straight line will not be intersecting the x-axis. Like this is the case when x-axis, like the line, the straight line that we are talking about, will not intersect x-axis at any point of time, at any point. But if it have any angle like this line is also intersecting the x, because if you produce it, then it is intersecting, right? So this is the only case. Okay. So one characteristic or one feature that we discuss about straight line is the slope. Slope, as we know, when we discuss about mountains. So we know that this is a steep slope. If the mountain is like this, then it's comparatively dull slope, right? So same, it's something about the same lines when we talk about straight line, but this time we are going to refer to positive x-axis to discuss the slope. So whichever the straight line is, when it is intersecting the x-axis, then we take the angle from positive x to the straight line in anti-clockwise manner. This is the theta. Now, this is not the slope. This is just the angle. How we find out the slope? Slope, as we call it. It is given by tangent of theta. Okay? Or slope is also denoted by m. So m is equals to tan theta. Or in other terms, what we are actually referring to is the change in y. As we move ahead in the x, then there is a change in y. So we are talking about the respective change, the slope, as we have already talked about it in the differentiation chapter. So if there's a function given f of x, then its slope will be slope of, I should write on the next page, slope of curve f of x is its derivative simply. So slope can also be written like the change in y with respect to change in x. And here, if we are calling f of x as y, then f of dash of x will be dy over dx. So here, instantaneous rate of change of y with respect to x. So if on a graph we have a straight line that we need to find out, let's say, let's go back. Let's say we have 2 points on the straight line, A and B, coordinate x1, y1, x2, y2. So what we are looking at is actually the change in y with respect to change in x. So how do we find the change in y? By this. So this point is y2, this point is y1. So we have gone from y1 to y2. So the change del of y is y2 minus y1. Drawing perpendiculars on x-axis. So this point is x1, this point is x2. The change in x here is x2 minus x1 because we know x2 is greater. So slope can also be given by y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, where x1 y1 and x2 y2 are 2 points on a straight line. Okay, I should write here also. Let's say there's 2 points A and B, coordinate x1 y1 and coordinate x2 y2. Is the concept of slope clear? Yes or no? Any doubts? Oh, it's
No,
not.
sir.
Okay. So let's now discuss about multiple cases that can happen, that can be there, like while drawing the slopes. X-axis. Now, I'm saying this can be one case where it is forming acute angle with the positive x, or obtuse angle with the positive x, right? There are two scenarios here. The theta, this theta is an acute angle. So this is acute angle lying between 0 to 90 degrees. So obtuse angle with theta will be lying between 180 degrees and 90 degrees. One more case is like perpendicular where theta is 90 degrees. And this line is parallel to y-axis. So it will be on some point on x. And the equation of the straight line is going to be x is equals to a. And nothing of y when it is forming a 0 degree angle, let's say this line. So B, its equation will be y equals to b when the straight line is parallel to the x-axis. Are there any questions?
No, sir.
So as we know, the slopes formula is m is equals to tan of theta. So when theta will be 0 degrees, the slope will be 0. If theta is 45 degrees, the slope will be 1. When theta is 90 degrees, slope is infinity. Yes, 1 by 0 basically. And when theta will be 0, when the straight line is parallel to x-axis, and the equation of straight line will be given by y is equals to k being some constant value. So this time the straight line, when theta is equals to 45 degrees, the graph will be somewhat like this. Here the graph will be somewhat like this. Here the graph will be somewhat like this. Let me distinguish. Okay. So this time the equation of straight line will be that the coefficient of x and y are going to be equal. Here, when theta will be 90 degrees, then straight line is parallel with y-axis. Y-axis से parallel है. Okay. Equation will be x is equals to k being some constant. These are some general observations. Now let's move ahead if there are no questions. Are there any questions? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So now we are going to discuss the equation of straight lines. First case about parallel straight lines. So they are just like very simple to understand. These are two axes, y and x, and on any point like this straight line, which is parallel to the y-axis. Actually not. Uh, now this is parallel to the y-axis. So on every point on the straight line, like here, the coordinate of x, let's say this is some 2, let's say this is 2. So here the coordinate of x is also 2, because if we draw a perpendicular, it is 2 with some y, with some y. It can be anything. So let's leave it blank like this. Okay, here 2 something. Here also 2. So what is common here? What is the pattern? Pattern says that x is 2 always. So this becomes the equation of straight line. Instead of 2, if we write k, we write some constant. say k, 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 k. So the equation of straight line becomes x is equals to k. Second case, when it is straight line is parallel to x-axis, then y is equals to k. How? Let me tell you. This is the graph and the straight line is this. So on every point we can see the coordinate of y is fixed. That's why we are calling it y is equals to k. Parallel to x-axis, theta is equals to 0, m is equals to 0. Previously, theta was 90 degrees. M was 1 by 0 infinity, not defined. Any questions? Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay, so we have a question now. The equation of line which is at a distance 5 units from y-axis is, okay, so we need to find out the equation of straight line which is at a distance of 5 units from x-axis. So this is y-axis, this is x-axis. Let's draw a straight line. So if we, let's say 5, 10, 5, this 10. So we need to draw a line which is at a distance of 5 units from y-axis. So from here, 5 units like this. And it should be the same everywhere. So we should draw a parallel line which is at a distance of 5 from the y-axis. So here we can see the x is 5 whole base. So this becomes the equation. X is equals to 5 is our answer. Any questions, doubts? Any doubts? No, that's right. One more question. The equation of line which is at a equal distance from the lines. Okay. The equation of line which is at a equal distance from the lines x is equals to -2 and x is equals to 4 is, we need to find out. Okay. So this is the graph y and x-axis. Line x is equals to -2. So let's say -2, -4, +2, +4. Okay, x is equals to -2 will be lying here. x is equals to plus 4 will lie here. We have to find the equation of line, which is equidistance from both of the lines. So that is one basic understanding, that the line will be somewhat in the midpoint of these two straight lines. Okay, so what is the difference between these two? 4 and then another 2, so the 6 units difference is there. So the straight line which is going to be equidistant from both of these two lines should be in the middle, at 3 unit distance from the left. So this is 2 already, then 1. Okay, and 3 from the right. So 2 plus 1. This is 1, this is 2. Okay, so at this point, the straight line will be existing. This one. At x is equals to 1. This point is 1. So x is equals to 1 should be our answer. Are there any questions? No? See, what is an equation? What is an equation of any curve? The equation of any curve for 2D plane is such a equation of that particular curve that if we put any x and y, and if it is satisfying in the equation, then it is for sure that the xy, the point, is lying on the curve. So that's one use. If we know that there is a point lying on that particular curve and only one coordinate we know, let's say abscissa or the ordinate, we only know abscissa, the x. So then we can find out the y for that particular point which is lying on the curve. So it like the general form, the general equation of straight line is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So x and y will be like this only. They are variables. They are like if we put any point in this, then if the equation satisfies left hand side and the right hand side, then we get to know that whether this point is lying on this straight line or not. If we know that there is a point lying on the straight line, but we only know the x and we do not know the y coordinate of that particular point, so we'll be able to find out using this equation. So this is how equation becomes handy to us, and we can trace the curve using the equation. We can also find out the slope using the equation. How? Simple. By minus b by a. Now, sorry. Minus a by b. Minus into coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. How? We'll find out later. So this is the basic form of a straight lines equation. This is a linear equation in two variables. Are there any questions? No? So this is typically known as Cartesian form of equation of straight line. Now we are going to discuss about the slope intercept form. Okay, first let me draw the plane for our reference. Okay, so slope intercept form. For making an equation of straight line using slope intercept form, we know only we need to know only two things. We know y and x are just the variables. We need to know these two things. What are these? M is the slope and C is the intercept of straight line on y-axis. What is an intercept? Means the straight line is intersecting the y-axis on which point. So let's say this is the straight line. So we have to know about the slope, that is tan theta, and the intercept on which point this is intersecting the y-axis. That is all that we need to find out in case of finding the straight lines equation using slope intercept form. Are there any questions? Any doubts? Yes or no? Okay. So from comparing the general equation and the slope intercept form, we can rewrite it as by is equals to minus of c minus of ax, y is equals to minus of c by b minus of a by b into x. Now y can be written as minus of a by b into x minus c by b. On comparing equation number 3 with equation number 2, so m equates minus a by b. This is how we have written that formula earlier. The slope minus a by b, the coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y is into negative sign is a slope. So this is just an proof. The main thing to remember is the slope intercept form of equation of straight line. Now let's move ahead and discuss another form of straight lines. In this, like, what if we do not have the intercept, but we have a point on a straight line? So what we have this time? We don't have the intercept, but we have a point. Let's say x1, y1. We have the point, and we have the slope. Yes, we have. So this will be known as point slope form. the equation of straight line will be let me tell you how we can drive it. So let me consider that there's um, any point P, X and Y. Very good. So we know the slope, and we know the slope is find out by change in y-axis. So y minus y1, the change and the change in x-axis is equal to the slope. So when we cross multiply it and rearrange it, we can write y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. And yes, this is the equation of straight line, point slope form. Not much hard. This is when we have a point and the slope. Another, now what if we do not have any slope, we just have 2 points. There is a line and we don't know nothing about the line except the line. We have only 2 points and we don't know nothing about the line. But the good news is that we will be still able to find out the equation of this straight line. Let's say the given points are x1, y1, x2, y2. So this time the equation of straight line, this particular form is known as 2-point form. So we know how we can find out the slope by finding out the change in y over x. So the change in y over change in x. So we will get to know about the slope. So if we know a slope and we have a point, so we can find out the equation of straight line using point slope form. Okay, so great. So y minus y1 is equals to m that is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 multiplied by x minus x1. We can rearrange it and we may also like leave it like this, or we may rearrange it, write y minus y1 divided by x minus x1 equals to y2 minus y1 x2 minus x. Now this is also a slope. Both of the forms can be used as slope. In the second, we can see that on the left hand side, y and x is any point on the straight line. So this is also depicting the slope of the straight line. And we know there is a unique slope for a single straight line. So that's also going to be equal to the straight line when we are finding out using the two given points. So this is the equation of straight line in 2-point form. So now till now we have discussed about slope intercept form when the slope and the intercept on y-axis was given. And we have discussed about point slope form when there was 1 point and a slope was given. Now we were discussing about 2-point form where 2 points were given of the straight line. And this is how we can find out the equation. What if we don't have any point, but like we have the points, but we have intercepts only, the points on x and y axis only. Uh, Let me do and tell you. So let's say this is the graph and And the line is this. We don't know nothing, but just intercepts. At this point, next is, let's say, A. This point on Y is B. Okay, I'm not considering the signs, okay? Just an illustration. I can also. So we have only two intercepts. So this form will be known as double intercept form. So the equation of the straight line will be given by x by a plus y by b equals to 1. Let's get to know how. As we have 2 points, so if I write its point, so the coordinate of x is a, 0. Coordinate of x is 0 on the y-axis. We have 2 points. So y minus y1, let me consider this as the first point that I'm referring to, y minus 0 upon x minus a is equals to b minus 0 upon 0 minus a. So y upon x minus a is equals to b upon minus of a. Cross multiplying, it will become minus ay is equals to bx minus ab. Writing x and y on the same side of equation. So it will become ab is equals to bx plus ay. Dividing by ab on both sides. So bx upon ab makes it x by a. Ay upon ab makes it y by b. So this is the equation of straight line when we have both of the intercepts. The intercept of the straight line with the y-axis b will be written just below the y. So this is how we can remember that this a is the intercept on x-axis and this is the intercept on y-axis. Are there any questions? Okay. So now we are going to discuss about the normal form of the equation of straight line. Normal form means, let's say we have a straight line. And we know only one thing about the straight line. We know about the perpendicular distance between the origin, take the shortest distance between the line and the origin, which is the perpendicular distance, of course. So let me put the perpendicular only. This, yes. We know this perpendicular distance and we know about the perpendicular angle with positive x. Now this is not theta. See the difference. See the difference. Observe, notice. This is the angle made with the perpendicular. These are the two things that we know. The P and the alpha. How will find out the equation? Simply x into cos of alpha plus y into sine of alpha is equals to P. The equation. straight line in normal form. X sine alpha, x cos alpha plus y sine alpha is equals to P. This is important. Now let's move ahead and discuss more thing about the straight line. For that, let's solve some examples. The equation of a line with slope 1 by 2 and making an intercept 5 on y-axis is, we need to find out the equation. Simple. We have the slope, we have the intercept 5. Equation of straight line is y is equals to mx plus c. Y is equals to 1 by 2x plus 5 is the equation, or we may simplify it. 2y is equals to x plus 10 is the equation. Straight line. As simple as that. Next question. The equation of a straight line which cut off an intercept of 4 of 4 units. On negative direction of y-axis and makes an angle 120 degrees with positive x axis is. So we need to find out the equation. Okay, easy, easy. Reread the question. The equation of a straight line which cut off an intercept of 4 units on negative direction of y-axis. So the intercept is given as c is equals to minus of 4 because it's on the negative side. Theta is given as 120 degrees, so we can find out the slope y theta because it's making an angle with the positive x. Tan of 120 degrees. Tan 120 can be written as 90 plus 30. We know 90 changes, and we know 120 lies in the second quadrant where sine is only positive. So this is going to be negative. Cot 30 degree is root 3. So minus of root 3 is the slope. Now we have the intercept, we have the slope. So the slope intercept form of the equation straight line is this. So y is equals to minus of root 3 into x minus 4. This is the equation of straight line. or simplify it, y plus root 3x plus 4 is equals to 0. It's the equation of straight line. Let's discuss another important topic, that is about the angle between two lines. So this is the graph. Let's draw two lines on it. So one with the red and another line with green. So we need to find out the angle between these two lines. So draw a line like this. So what is the angle between these two lines? Is this theta. We are assuming that the slope of both of these two lines are given to us. So m1, we call it as tan of theta 1. So this is theta 1, m2, tan of theta 2, and this is theta 2. We know that if this is theta 1, it's theta 2. So let me draw a parallel line where the point intersecting. A parallel line with respect to the x-axis. Oh my god. Okay. So let me take the help of technology. Parallel line with x-axis. Okay. Now we know this angle is, again, these two are parallel lines. It's theta 1. This is theta 2 with the green. With the red, it's theta 1. So naturally we can see theta 2 plus theta is equals to theta 1. So theta, the angle between two lines, becomes theta 1 minus theta 2. Great. So now we are close. Theta is equals to is equals to theta 1 minus theta 2. Let's take tan on both sides. After taking tan on both sides, becomes tan of theta is equals to tan of theta 1 minus tan of theta 1 minus tan of theta 2. Okay. Now we know tan of a minus b is tan of theta 1 minus tan of theta 2 divided by 1 plus tan theta 1 tan of theta 2. So this is the tan theta. This is the slope. Actually, it's not slope. Tan theta. Actually, theta is the angle between two lines, so it's not actually a angle which is made by the positive x. So no, cannot call it anything. Theta, we need to find out the theta, which is the angle between two lines. So, so we'll take tan inverse from the left hand side. So what we can write on the next page, that theta will become tan inverse of tan theta 1 minus tan theta 2 divided by 1 plus tan theta 1 into tan of theta 2. Okay. Now we know tan theta 1. Tan theta 1 is M1, tan theta 2 is M2. Okay, great. So the angle between two lines becomes tan inverse of M1 minus M2 divided by 1 plus M1 M2. So this is the formula for finding out the angle between two straight lines when the slopes of both of the lines are given. Remember that we have considered M1 as the bigger slope, M2 as a smaller slope. So uh, let me, for mathematical understanding, let me write modulus function here because M1 is greater than M2 always. So it's always going to give a positive value. Okay. Now, what if both of the lines are making an angle of 0 degrees? What? 0 degrees. So in this case, when the lines will be making 0 degree angle with each other, so either they are coinciding, like they are existing, like they are the same straight line that we are discussing about, um, congruent lines, I should say, or they are parallel lines. Parallel lines also make 0 degree angle, right? Like these two lines are making 0 degree angle. So if theta is 0 degree angle, so the slope will also become equal. M1 will become equal to M2. How? You can check it by putting theta is equals to 0 in the formula that we just discussed. Or if lines are perpendicular, then theta is 90 degree and M1, M2 should be -1. So when lines are perpendicular, when lines are parallel, when lines are perpendicular. These two cases are very, very, very important. Let me also tell you that how this is. So we know that tan of theta, we knew that tan of theta is equals to M1 minus M2 divided by 1 plus M1 M2. If theta is 0, so tan theta becomes 0. 0 is equals to M1 minus M2 divided by 1 plus M1 M2. So cross multiplication, this becomes 0 minus 0 is equals to minus M2. M2 is equals to M1. So this is the result. Or in this case, we are proving, okay? And in this case, when we know theta is equals to 90 degrees, tan of 90 degrees 1 by 0 is equals to M1 minus M2 is equals to 1 plus divided by 1 plus M1 into M2. On cross multiplying, it becomes 1 plus M1 M2 is equals to 0 into M1 minus M2 because 0. So M1 M2 is equals to minus of 1. This is how the result is drawn. So remember, when two straight lines are parallel, then their slopes are going to be equal. When two straight lines are perpendicular to each other, the multiplication, the product of their slope is going to give minus of 1. Please read and understand the page. Let's discuss some examples. There's the question. Here's the question. The angle between the lines 3x plus 4y is equals plus 6. So we have the two lines and their equations are given. We need to find out the angle. So it's simple as. So first we will find out the slope of both of these given lines. So we know the slopes. So let's find out the slope for the first equation. The coefficient of x, which is 3, divided by the coefficient of y, which is 4, into minus. So this is m1. M2 will be coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y and minus. We know the slopes are equal. So when the slopes are equal, the lines are parallel. A should be the correct answer. Let me check. Yes, it is. Please read, observe. Next example. The angle between the lines, okay, equation is given, and joining the points. Okay, only 2 points are given. We need to find out the slope, not the equation. We just need the slope. So the slope from the first equation can be found out by the coefficient of x. Y is equals to mx plus e. Okay. So the coefficient of x is 1, coefficient of y is 1 into minus. So minus of 1 is the slope. Here the slope is y2 minus y1, 4 minus 1, x2 minus x2 minus x1. So this 3 minus 4, so minus 3 by 4. Okay, so we need to find out the angle which is tan inverse of m1 minus m2. m1 is minus 1, minus of minus plus 3 by 4 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. Minus 1 minus minus plus 3 by 4. Great. Tan inverse. Now, taking LCM 4 minus 4 plus 3, taking LCM 4 again, 4 plus 3 this time. So 4 cancels. This becomes tan inverse of 1 minus of 1 actually. And we knew that there was modulus inside. So minus of 1 by 7, which is actually tan inverse of 1 by 7. This is the angle between those straight lines. Reread the question. Let's discuss some more examples. So the equation of the line which passes through point is given and angle is given. Okay, great. So if angle is given though, then we can find out the slope tan of 60 degrees, which is root 3. Okay. And the point is given. So y is equals to y minus y1 upon x minus x1 should be the m. This is the equation of straight line when the point is given and the slope is given. Is this now? So y minus the point is 2. Okay. Upon is equals to m. M is root 3 into x minus of x1, the another point is 1. Simplifying it will make it y minus 2 is equals to x root 3 minus root 3. So in the question, x and y are given on the one hand side, other than on the right hand side, there is constant. So, okay, let's do the same. Y minus x root 3 is equals to 2 minus root 3. Now let's match with the options. What options we have? Nice. First, yes, first option. Root 3 x minus y, root 3 minus 2. So if we just multiply it with the minus sign, it will become root 3 x minus y is equals to root 3 minus of 2. Plus sign will become minus. Minus sign will become plus. Yes, root 3x minus of y is equals to root 3 minus 2. Yes, A option is the correct option. Let's solve another example. Are there any questions, doubts? Okay. The equation of the line joining the points. So we have 2 points with us. We need to find out the equation of line. Let's consider as the first point, y minus 281 divided by x minus 81 square is equals to 82 square minus, sorry, y2 minus y1 होता है ना? Actually, let me write the equation first. So when we have 2 points, equation of straight line is this. Okay, y2 is 282 minus 281 divided by 82 square minus 81 square. 2a is common here. Okay, so let me write it once again. The next. Y minus 281 divided by x minus 2, sorry, 81 whole square, 2a common, t2 minus t1 divided by a into 2 t2 square minus t1. Okay, a cancels. Now let's simplify. 80 square, 80 square आएगा यहाँ भी. Okay, so this becomes y minus 281 divided by x minus 81 square, t2 minus t1. We know a square minus b1 is A square minus B square is A plus B into A minus B. So similarly, T2 plus 1, T2 plus T1 into T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 cancels. This becomes 1 by T1 to T2. Simplifying and cross multiplying, this becomes Y minus 281 equals to, sorry, uh, multiplied with T1 into T2 is equals to x minus 81 square. Okay, now let's try to match with the options. Is there any option? No. So in the options, we can see that with y, there's like y is independently present there. So we need to take y common somehow. Okay. Hmm. So let's bring this on the next page. Y into T1 plus T2 minus of 281 to T1 plus T2 equals to x minus 81 squared. Now we have the y as independent. So y into T1 plus T2 y. Okay, so A option is eliminated. Other than this, x and then T1, T2. Okay, we need to simplify this. So y into T1 plus T2, sending in to the right hand side, 281 square plus 2a into T1, T2 plus x minus 81 square. So this 281 square minus 81 square, this becomes 181 square plus 281 T2 plus x y into T1 plus T2. Now taking 81 common, this becomes T1 plus 2T2 plus x, whatever that was there, the left hand side. Let's try to match it with any options if it match. Y into T1, okay, 2x for x plus 2a T1 A2. Okay, so x minus 81 square. Okay. Mm, that's right. So are we doing any mistake or everything is all right? Yes, everything is all right. So we have everything is matching except this term in the options. So this option is also eliminated because we do not have 81 square. This is also eliminated. Correct. And also 2x will not be there. Correct option becomes D. None of these. Please understand the reread and understand. Yes. Yes. Actually, yes. We have missed this 2. There's a 2 here. Okay. So there will be a 2 here also. Moving ahead, there will be 2 here also. So 2x into 2 minus 80 square. 2 into 2. This cancels. This gets completely cancels. 2x is here. 2x is here. And into 2a t1 into t2. So this will become the answer. Which option? Let's see. 2x. Yes. So the B option is the correct answer. We missed the 2. Let's solve another example. Example. The equation of the line which cut off and intercept 8 on the positive direction of x-axis and intercept of 6 on the negative direction of y-axis. So this is a case of where we will use this double intercept form because both of the intercepts are given. The intercept of x is given as positive 8, intercept of y is given as negative of 6. Okay, taking so minus plus minus becomes minus. Taking the LCM 8 into 6 basically. Let's multiply on both sides by 48. So this becomes 6x minus 8x is equals to 48 divided by, we can divide it by 2. So this becomes 3x minus 4x is equals to 24. Sorry, 3x minus 4y. 3x minus 4y is equals to 24. A should be the correct answer. Sorry, 3x minus 4y, na? C should be the correct answer, not A. Let's take another example. The equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining the points. So the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line segment. Okay. So we first have to draw a line segment. Say this is the A, this is B. A point is 1, 2, 3, minus 7. Okay. First, we need to draw a perpendicular bisector. First condition is that this is a bisector, so this will be intersecting the lines line segment at the exactly midpoint. So we know the midpoint formula x1 plus x2 divided by 2, 3 plus 1, 4 divided by 2, it becomes 2, 2 plus minus 7, minus 5 divided by 2. Okay. This is 1 point on the straight line. And the line will be perpendicular. Should draw a better line. This will be perpendicular. Okay. So we know the slope of this line. Let's call it as m1. Let's call the slope of this line as m2. M1, M2 are perpendicular. So M1 and M2, the product of M1 and M2 should be -1. We know the M2. So the slope of this line becomes -1 divided by M2. We have the slope. If we have a point, then we'll be able to find out the equation, right? So first let's find out the equation of this straight line. Del y over del x. So the change in x. So the change in y, -7 -2 divided by the change in x. This is the M2. -9 divided by 2 is M2. M1 will become minus of 1 divided by minus of 9 into 2. Minus minus cancels. This becomes 2 by 9. M1 becomes 2 by 9. We have the point, we have the slope. Okay, great. So when we have a point and the slope, this is the equation of straight line. What is the point? -5 by 2. So minus minus plus equals to 2 by 9 is the slope, right? Yes, it is. X minus, what is the x coordinate? That is 2. This is the equation of straight line. As per option, let's simplify it. Yeah. So y plus 5 by 2 is equals to 2x by 9 minus 4 by 9. Okay. So let's take 9 as the LCM here. Let's multiply by 9 both sides and 2. Let's multiply by 18 on both sides. Okay. So 18y, this becomes 9 into 5, 45. 18 divided by 9 into 2. So 18 by 9 is 2. So 2 into 2x, 4x minus 8. So now this is the equation. This is the equation. 18y minus of 4x plus 45 plus 8 becomes 53 is equals to 0. 18y minus 4x is 53. A option is the correct option. A option is the correct option. Simple. We have to use our brain and the concepts. So first is that it's a prerequisite to remember all the concept and the formulas, and then to have active brain to utilize all the information given in the question. Let's discuss another example. Are there any questions from this? Any doubts in understanding, any difficulty?
No, sir.
Okay, example. The equation of line whose perpendicular distance from the origin is 5. Okay. And the perpendicular drawn from the origin to the line is making an angle 45 degrees from the positive direction of x-axis. So this is that normal form that we were discussing about, that there is a line, the perpendicular distance is given, the angle. So the equation of straight line will be x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is to p. Great. So we have the p as 5 and alpha is 45 degrees. So x cos of 45 degrees and by root 2 plus y into sine of 45 degrees is also 1 by root 2 is equals to p5. So x plus 5 because root 2 is common. X plus 5 is equals to 5 root 2. C option is correct. Now we know that any two lines will be intersecting at one point for sure. If not intersecting, they will be parallel lines. If those two lines are in a plane, then these two contingencies are there. But as we discussed about three lines in a plane, so those three lines do not have to intersect at the same point. Yes, they will intersect for sure. They will intersect, but they might intersect on the same point or on different points. Let's see how. This is one line. This is another line. This is another third line. So these three lines are intersecting on 3 points. But if those three lines intersect on a same point, then we this contingency is known as that these three lines are concurrent lines. Concurrent lines. When three lines intersect at same exact one point. And if this is rare, so there will be condition for this, mathematical condition. First, uh, let's write the general equation of these three lines as a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0. These are the three equations of three straight lines. And if they are concurring, if they're intersecting at one point, at same one point, then the condition that will be followed, the correlation between the coefficients of x and y and the constant, that is c1, c2, c3 are the constant, and the coefficient of x are a1, a2, a3, coefficient of y are b1, b2, b3. They will be following this condition that I am going to write now. The determinant of a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. The determinant has to be 0 for these three lines to be concurrent. Concurrency of three lines. This is the condition. This is very important. Let's discuss an example. We need to find out the value of lambda if the lines, we have the equation of three lines and there is a lambda given in the equation of the third line, and it is given that these three lines are concurrent. Now we need to find out the value of lambda. Simple. We know the condition. The determinant has to be 0. Coefficient of the first line, so the coefficient of x 8, 2. The coefficient of y minus of 4, minus of 11, minus of 3. The constants. We have only one variable. It will be easy. So We know we can take common from a single column or a row. In the second column, we can see there is a minus sign common. So we'll take the minus sign common from the second column. Minus. Now we know it is equal to 0. So if you bring it to the right hand side, the left hand side will become 0. And on expanding expanding the determinant on the right hand side, 3 into 11 lambda minus into minus 33 into minus 33 into 3 becomes minus 99, minus minus plus minus 4 into 8 lambda minus minus plus 33 into 2 66 minus of 13 into 8 3 that 24 minus 11 2 22. Solving this, 0 is equals to 33 lambda plus 99 into 3 minus 4 into 8, 32 lambda minus 4 into 66 minus 13 into 24. Sorry, 24 minus 20, 12, 24 minus 22 becomes 2, 13 into 2 becomes 26. Okay. So solving this further, taking all the constant, all the numbers on the left hand side. So it becomes minus into 99 into 3 and plus 4 into 66 and plus 26 and on the right hand side 33 lambda minus 2 lambda makes it plus lambda. So plus lambda. Okay. So this is all 22. So I hope we are not doing any mistake. I hope not. Yes, we are not. But if we solve it, 99 into 3, so we have to do the large sums. No problem. We can simplify. And you have to learn to simplify. So you're going to learn. You have to solve these calculations in a faster way in the exam. So we can see that these two terms are having multiples of 11. So we can take 33 common out of them. 33 into 3, 33 into 13, 33 into 3 is 99, 33 into 2 is 66. Minus 3 into 3 plus 2 into 2 plus 26 is equals to 11. This is minus 9, this is plus 4, this becomes minus of 5. So 33 into minus of 5 plus 26 is equals to lambda. Yes. So 33 into minus 5. I think we are doing a mistake. Yes, actually we are doing a mistake. 33, if we take a common here, yes, it is a 4. It is a 4, not a 2. Minus 9 plus 8 becomes minus of 1. Minus 33 plus 26 is equals to lambda, which is minus of 7 is equals to lambda. Minus of 7, let's see if that is there in the option. Yes, it is. B is the correct option. So in this type of question, concept is very easy. There's the calculation. We need to be careful and smart about it. How to take common and all. Observe patterns. Let's discuss another concept now. So we know that two lines being parallel have same slopes. So, and we also know the slope of a straight line is the coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. And if the slopes are equal, so somehow the ratio of a and b are equal. Okay. So if there are two straight lines, so if there are two straight lines, the ratio of a and b in both of them are equal. Okay. So we have an understanding here that if there are two straight lines and if they are parallel, the slopes are equal, so their coefficient of x and y can be equal. Okay, so what if we have we have the equation of a straight line? This is the given straight line, and we need to find out the equation of a straight line which is parallel to this. So we can simply do one thing: a1x plus b1y plus anything lambda. Lambda can be any real value, and this straight line will always be parallel to S1. Let's call this straight line as S1. Why? Because the slopes are equal. Similarly, if we need to find out the equation of a straight line, let's say this is the line we have. If we need to find out the equation of a straight line, which is perpendicular to the given straight line. So we will simply do one thing. We'll switch the coefficient of x and y. Why? Because slope this time is going to be just inverse of the sign. Like if it's going to be inverse, multiplicative inverse, so we'll just shift the coefficients. Sorry. The constant do not have any relation to y. The slope here, I should write slope only. Slope is minus b1 on a1 into minus sign, so minus minus plus. Slope here is minus of a by b. So see, the multiple of both of these slopes is minus of 1. So that's how we can find out the equation of another straight line which is perpendicular by just understanding the slopes concept. Are there any questions? Should I re-explain it? Yes, please respond. I think we should take an example. The equation of a line perpendicular to the line in the passes through. Okay, so we need to find out the equation of a line which is perpendicular to the line that is given to us, and the line that is perpendicular is also passing through 2, 3. So let's make an understanding first that the line that is given to us is this, and we need to find a line which is perpendicular, and there's a point passing on this line, it's 2, 3. So we know if we have the slope of this line, then we will be able to find out the equation of this line. We only, because using slope point form, by using this form, we already have the point. Just we need the slope. As we know, uh, this is perpendicular to this. So the slope, let's call this as m1. Let's call this as m2. So m1, m2 is going to be minus of 1. So m2 will be minus 1 divided by m1. m1 is what? m1 is minus of 3 by 2. m2 will be minus of 1 divided by minus 3 into 2. Minus minus plus 2 by 3 is the slope. Is the point. Slope point form. So y minus 3 is equals to 2 by 3 x minus 2. Simple. Cross multiplying 3. 3y minus 9 is equals to 2x minus 4. So 0 is equals to 2x minus 3y plus 5. This is the equation. 2x minus 3y plus 5. B is the correct option. This is how we can simply find out. Concept is the slope. Any questions? Take another example. The equation of a line which divides the join of this point and this point in the ratio 2 is to 1 and perpendicular. Okay, so first we will make a line. These 2 points 1 0 and 3 0 of a line which divides. Okay, so it divides in 2 is to 1 format. So there will be some point here, of course, and the line is passing through this point perpendicularly, like this. First, we'll find out the point using the section formula. So let's call this as xy. Should I call it as something other? Let's call it as AB. So A will be 2 into 3, 6 plus 1 into 1 divided by 2 plus 1, 3, 7 by 3. And B will be 2 into 0 plus 1 into 0, 0, 3, 0. So this will be 7 by 3 and 0. We have a point. We'll find out the slope. Slope will be minus 1 divided by the slope of this line. Slope of this line is m. 0 minus 0 upon 3 minus 1. That's 2. So that is 0. Minus 1 by 0 is 1 by 0 basically. Infinity. Okay. So let's now find out y minus y1. The point on this line AB, 7 by 3, 0. Y minus 0 is equals to m, that is 1 by 0, into x minus x1, 7 by 3. Okay, now let's cross multiply. 0 into y becomes 0, equals to x minus 7 by 3. It makes it as x is equals to 7 by 3. 7 by 3. Simply, we can write it as 3x is equals to 7. D option is the correct. Simply, you do not have to be worried about that the slope of the straight line is infinity. No, just observe. What is this actually? It is 1 by 0. Are there any questions? Okay, if not, let's discuss the second last topic of this chapter, which is the distance between a point and a line. So let's say we have a straight line. Straight line will have its equation. There's a point P, X, Y. Let's call it as X1 and Y1 because XY is used for random point. So to find out the distance between the line and the point. So this is a vidha, there is a difficulty. This distance is also the distance between the line and the point, which is actually longer. And this distance is also distance between the line and the point, which is slightly different. But we will not consider these two distances as the distance. What we call as distance is actually the perpendicular distance between the line and the point. This is what we refer to always. Perpendicular distance between a point and a line. This is what is calculatable. So this is given by d is equals to, we'll simply substitute for x and y by the point a x1 plus b y1 plus c. We know this will never become 0. Divided by a square plus b square square. This is a distance. This can never be negative. This is the this is how we will find out the distance between a point and a straight line. I think we should take an example. Okay. The length of perpendicular from a point, this is the point and this is the line given. Simple. So d is 3 into x. X is 1. 4 into y1. Y1 is 2 plus 5 divided by a square. A is 3. B square. B is 4. 3 plus 8 plus 5 divided by 9 plus 16. This is 25. This is 5. 8 plus 3, 11 plus 5, 16 by 5. Becomes our answer. 16 by 5 units. Simply. Let's take another example. Let me give this this as a homework. Please take a snapshot and send it after solving in the WhatsApp group of our. Okay. So earlier we discussed about the distance between a point and a straight line. What if we have to find out the distance between two lines? And when we can do so, we know in a 2D plane, two lines will be intersecting or being parallel. So if they are intersecting, the distance within the two lines is 0, of course. But if in the other case, the lines are parallel, the lines are parallel like this. then they are going to have a certain distance always. They are going to maintain a certain distance always. Like we see the railway tracks, they have a same distance throughout. So let's consider this as its equation is a1x b1y plus c1 is equals to 0, and this has a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. This is the distance. So the distance will be given by c1 minus c2 divided by. Now, if these are parallel equations, so we may call it as that a1 b1 are equal. And if they are not given equal at first, we'll make them equal by, we know the ratio is equal. So we'll take something common if there is something common. I'll explain it. Ax plus by, ax plus by divided by a square minus b square. A square plus b square is modulus. So distance between two parallel lines. I'm going to explain how we are going to make the coefficients as equal. And they will become equal easily. There's no problem in that. So these are equations given. By seeing only, we get to know that the slope of this equation, they are equal. And if they are not equal, they are intersecting, the distance becomes 0. We only can find out the distance between the two lines when they are parallel. Okay, so this is 3x plus 4y is equals to 9. Taking 2 common here, taking 2 common here, let me do it here. Taking 2 common, 3x plus 4y is equals to 15. 3x plus 4y is equals to 15 by 2. Now, see, the coefficient of x and y are equal. Yes, the distance is c1 minus c2. Let's call this 9 minus 15 by 2 divided by a square minus b square, a square plus b square, 3 square plus 4 square. 9 minus 15 by 2, so 18 minus 15 divided by 2 divided by, we know this is as 5, so 3 by 2 into 5. This becomes 3 by 10. Answer is 3 by 10 units. This is 9 plus 16. Square root of 25 is 5. So answer is 3 by 10. B option is the correct option. So this is all about the straight lines chapter. Are there any questions?
No.
No? Okay. So there is one more concept, is that if we have to find out the image of any point with respect to any line. With respect to given line. So let's say if this is the point, now we have to find out the image. So the property, just understand the property that the image will be lying just equidistance from the point. Like the image will be certain here. This distance and this distance will be equal. So this point is the midpoint of PP test line. One more interesting thing, is that this line will be perpendicular to the given line. So there are two things to catch here. One is to that this is going to be the midpoint of the point and the image point. This is the image point. And second important thing is that the slope, simply that the line PP dash is perpendicular to the given line. Using these two information, we'll be able to find out the coordinates of image of a point with respect to given line. I'll discuss the example of this topic in tomorrow's class. Okay? Are there any doubts?
No, sir.
Then let's conclude the class. Thank you, everyone. Jai.